I follow Christ. When I'm in my church, I lift my hands, I cry, I do all that. You can judge me, I don't care, whatever. I lay it all at the altar because it is tough out here.
Yes, it
It is
is.
tough because not only being a black man, but being a black father, being a black husband, we have
Mhm.
so much on our shoulders being a foundation that let me say this. The first question was I think you asked us why is it difficult for us? Why do women go to church to find men? I guess
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Well, you got to be careful of that because you got some men in there who are wolves in sheep's clothing. So
Yeah.
don't
Oh yeah.
necessarily go to a church to find a man. You want to find a man that you see on his knees, not ashamed in public to raise
Yeah,
his hands,
There you
yeah.
not
go.
ashamed to pray at the dinner table when he's at a restaurant, not ashamed to pray for a brother that he sees out there that say, "Man, I just need prayer, man." Not afraid to hug a brother and say, "I love you, man. Let me pray for you real
And
quick."
that's the question I have now that you mentioned that. What about a man that just sits in church but he said, "Oh, I'm just, I'm doing my own thing." Like, is that okay? Is he holding it in, or is it just he's doing his own thing? I want to know
Well,
because you
No,
shouldn't be
Jermaine,
afraid.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
now, man, well, dudes have different mannerisms.
Right.
But here's the one thing I want to say because you can have, and my pastor, I love my pastor because he says this. He says, "Listen, I'm over preaching y'all happy. If you don't say a word while I'm preaching, listen. At least I know you. Some people that's just how they listen. But I do have a problem with the dude who gets so animated at the games. But
Yes.
you
Yep.
can't
Hello.
get no, you can't. You sit like a bump on the log in church. That's when I have a problem. When I see that, let's see, you can get passionate about your sports team, but when I'm talking about the one who called us out of darkness into the marvelous light, you just sitting here like that.
Yes,
That's when I
arms
have a
folded, not
problem. That's
receiving
what.
it.
Listen. When your heart beats harder for anything than it does for him, you got to be careful because there
Idolatry.
where you will find your idol. There you will find your idol. I'm sorry. I love the Dallas Cowboys. I know y'all hate them. I love the Dallas Cowboys. I'm from Oklahoma. I love my
Uh,
Oklahoma. I love my Oklahoma Sooners. I love them. But
uh,
here's the thing:
uh,
did none of them snatch me out of darkness into the marvelous light? Did none of them place my feet on straight street? Did none of them turn my life around? Did none of them snatch me out of when I was destined on the way to hell? None of them did make me do a 180 and say, you know what, you're destined for this. Did none of them do that?
Thank
So
you.
I would not be more passionate at them games. I love my sports teams, but I
no.
will not be more passionate than that because at the end of the day, it's my Savior that is going to has me grounded, and He is the one that's going to sustain me when I'm down and out or when I'm up and above. He's the one that's going to keep me afloat.
That's exactly right. That's idolatry. That's what a lot of people are committing. Like, keep that same energy for me at a
True.
minimum.
Man.